जय जगन्नाथ फ्रेंड्स पीके स्टडी आईक्यू चैनल को आपण मानक बहुत बहुत स्वागत। तो चलते आज आम स्टार्ट करवा 2024 मसीहा अक्टोबर मासर करंट अफेयर स्टार्ट करवा। ऑलरेडी आम कौन करथिले ना 2025 जनवरी फेब्रुआरी मार्च एंड 2024 डिसेंबर नवेम्बर करंट अफेयर आम 5 मंथ कंप्लीट करथिले। देन आज आम देखिबा अक्टोबर मंथ करंट अफेयर। देखो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन कौन कही हु इज द एलिजिबल फॉर आयुष्मान भारत प्रधानमंत्री जन आरोग्य योजना ABPM जॉय व्हिच ऑफर्स अप टू 5 लाख इन एनुअल हेल्थ कवरेज माने केउ माने एलिजिबल अटंती 5 लाख टंकार एनुअल कवरेज पई अंडर प्रधानमंत्री आयुष्मान भारत प्रधानमंत्री जन आरोग्य योजना। तो देखिबा तो आंसर इज ऑप्शन बी, that is senior citizen above 70 age. Unity Day is also known as राष्ट्रीय एकता दिवस is celebrated on October 31st each year to honor the birth anniversary of which prominent leader। तो देखिबा तो यार आंसर कोन हिजबो सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल हिजबो यार राइट आंसर। Who is known as the Iron Man of India? महात्मा गांधी, जवाहरलाल नेहरू, सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल ना भगत सिंह। तो यार राइट आंसर हिजबो सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल हिजबो यार राइट आंसर। Where was the Tata aircraft complex for manufacturing C295 military aircraft inaugurated? तो देखिबा तो यार आंसर कोन हबो वडोदरा हिजबो यार राइट आंसर। What is the purpose of grassroots clinical trial initiated by AIMS Delhi? तो देखिबा तो यार आंसर कोन हिजबो ऑप्शन बी, to test the safety and effectiveness of a stent retriever for stroke treatment. Who are the Indian table tennis player whom won the women's double title at the WTT Federer Cagliari table tennis tournament in Italy October 2024? तो देखिबा यार आंसर हिजबो ऑप्शन बी, यशस्विनी एंड कृतिका रॉय। Who became the first Indian table tennis player to reach the top 8 at the WTT Champions One player? तो देखिबा तो यार आंसर कोन हिजबो मनिका बत्रा इज द राइट आंसर। नेक्स्ट देखिबा which Indian grandmaster recently crossed 2800 kilo rating mark in chess, becoming the second Indian after Vishwanath Anand to achieve this milestone? The right answer is option B, that is Arjun Irigaisi. Who is the current Prime Minister of Spain visited India in October 2024? That is Pedro Sanchez. Where will be the inaugural Coco World Cup will held from January 13 to 19 2025? That is New Delhi is the right answer। What is the official tagline of Coco World Cup? तो देखिबा तो यार आंसर कोन हिजबो the world goes Coco is the right answer, the official tagline of Coco World Cup। Where did cyclone Dana make landfall in coastal Odisha on October 25 2024? तो केउठारे लैंडफॉल हेतिला? तो देखिबा यार आंसर हिजबो that is भितरकनिका and धामरा। When is United Nations Day observed each year? केउ तारीख को आमे जातिसंघ दिवस रूप ऑब्जर्व करछोंदी? तो देखिबा अक्टोबर 24 हिजबो यूएन डे बा यूनाइटेड नेशंस डे बा जातिसंघ दिवस। कोन हेतिला ना यार फाउंडिंग केबे कराइथिला 1945 अक्टोबर 24 तारिख दिन कराइथिला तो सेही डे को मन रखिया पे आमे कोन करचोंदी इवेंट डे रूप ऑब्जर्व करचोंदी when is rising day of the Indo Tibetan border police that is ITBP celebrated तो देखिबा अक्टोबर 20 अक्टोबर 24 अक्टोबर 15 ना अक्टोबर 27 तो देखिबा तो ये आंसर कोन हिजबो अक्टोबर 24 in which city will the 2026 Commonwealth Games will be held तो देखिबा यार आंसर कोन हिजबो ग्लासगो रे कोन हबो 23तम 23rd edition of the game will held which countries proposed the International Big Cat Alliance initiative during the 2024 BRICS Summit China Brazil India or South Africa तो देखिबा तो यार आंसर कोन हिजबो इंडिया who was elected as the president of Vietnam in October 2024 तो देखिबा तो यार आंसर कोन हिजबो Luang Chuang is the right answer. India and Pakistan have agreed to extend the validity of which agreement for an additional years, allowing Indian pilgrims to visit the Pakistan through the corridor. Extend the validity of which agreement? क्यों agreement को extend करचोंदी आ 5 वर्ष पई तो देखिबा यार आंसर कोन हिजबो ना ऑप्शन सी श्री करतारपुर साहेब corridor agreement is the right answer. What is the name of the severe cyclone storm in the Bay of Bengal expected to make landfall at Odisha coast on October 25, 2024? That is Dana is the right answer. Where is United Nations Biodiversity Conference that is COP16 being held? Brazil, Colombia, China, Canada तो देखिबो या राइट आंसर कोन है ऑप्शन बी दैट इज कोलंबिया हिजबो राइट आंसर व्हाट इज द प्राइमरी रीजन फॉर द इन्वॉल्विंग स्टेज 2 ऑफ ग्राफ इन दिल्ली एंड एनसीआर रीजन तो देखिबो या आंसर हिजबो राइजिंग पोल्यूशन लेवल्स वेयर वाज द 16th ब्रिक्स समिट हेल्ड केउंटारे इज 16 नंबर ब्रिक्स समिट ता तो देखिबा यार आंसर हिजबो काजान रशिया हिजबो यार राइट आंसर who become the president of Indonesia in October 2024 president of Indonesia के नाम प्रभाव सुबियांतो जे कि हमरो रिपब्लिक डे रे 2025 रिपब्लिक डे रे कोन से आज गेस्ट चीफ गेस्ट हिसाब से आस्ते What currency will Indian tourists use for the transaction in Maldives through UPI apps? तो देखिबा केउ करेंसी को इंडियन टूरिस्ट माने यूज करि परिबे ना हमरो निजरो करेंसी दैट इज इंडियन रुपी को हमें यूज करि परिबा प्रेसिडेंट के मालदीव रो तो डॉक्टर मोहम्मद मोइजू What is the name of the festival where married women celebrate to participate their husbands longevity माने long अधिक बयस बंचिया पे तो देखिबा तो यार आंसर कोन हिजबो करवा चौथ हिजबो यार राइट आंसर Who are the other 3 Indian batters to have reached 9,000 test runs before Kohli कोहली पूर्व के मैंने रीच कर देखा तो आंसर कौन है सचिन तेंदुलकर राहुल द्रविड़ एंड सुनील गावस्कर व्हाट इज हमास whose chief Yahya Sinwar was killed in Rafah southern Gaza during a encounter with Israel forces in October 2024 that is right answer कौन हम देखो a political and militant organization based in Palestine. What was the focus on the India Mobile Congress that is IMC 2024 held at Bharata Mandapam in the New Delhi from October 15 to 18, 2024. That is B. Quantum technology and 6G उपरे कौन discussion करा जिवो बा focus करा जिवो. Who was the who was sworn as the Chief Minister of Haryana for the second term on 17 October 2024? That is Nayab Singh Saini is the right answer. Who has Chief Justice of India CJI D.Y. Chandrachud recommended as his successor? That is Justice Sanjeev Khanna is the right answer. Who were awarded the Verghese Riksbank Prize in Economic Science in memory of Alfred Nobel 2024? The right answer is Darren Acemoglu and Simon Johnson. James A. Robinson is the right answer. What will be the rate of deer allowances, that is DA, effective from 1 July 2024 after 3% hike from the existing rate of 50%? तो केते हिजिबो आ 3 जदि बढ़ी गेला ताहाले 53 हिजिबो. Which Rabi crop received the highest increase in MSP for the 2025-26 marketing season? That is rapeseed and mustard. What is the MSP of wheat for 2025-26 marketing season after increase of 150 per quintal? That is 2425 rupees per quintal. Who was sworn in as Chief Minister of Jammu Kashmir on October 2024? That is Amar Abdullah is the right answer. The assembly elections of which two states are going to be conducted in November 2024? Assembly election केउं state रे हो जाउची ना Maharashtra and Jharkhand. Which types of MQNB predator drones are included in India's tri-service procurement deal with the US in October 2024? That is option B, Sky Guardian and Sky Sea Guardian. Who assumed the charge as 26th Director General of Indian Coast Guard on 15 October 2024? The right answer is Parmesh Shivamani. What is the main object of NASA's Europe Clipper mission launched on October 2024? That is to examine Jupiter's moon Europe for conditions that might support life. Which country built the Indian Navy's first indigenous multi-purpose vessel Samarthak? That is L&T Shipyard. Which company achieved the milestone of catching the Starship booster with robotic arms in October 2024? That is SpaceX is the right answer. Next question देखिबा. In the Ramayana, which event is commemorated during the विजयदशमी? तो केउ विजयदशमी रे केउ इवेंट को हमें कमेमोरेट बा ऑब्जर्व करछंती तो देखिबा. तो यार आंसर कोन हिजबो? द डिफेक्ट ऑफ रावण by Ram. Vijayadashami is celebrated as the conclusion of which major festival in West Bengal? That is the Durga Puja. HAL, that is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, was recently upgraded to with which status in October 2024? That is Maharatna status re upgrade heiche HAL. Who has been appointed as the new chairman of Tata Trust 2024? दैट इज नियोल टाटा कोन हेचंदी ना रतन टाटा को डेथ फॉर रे कोन हेचंदी से ना चेयरमैन ऑफ द टाटा ट्रस्ट व्हाट इज इंटरनेशनल डे ऑफ गर्ल चाइल्ड सेलिब्रेटेड जदि हम देखिबा इंटरनेशनल नेशनल गर्ल चाइल्ड डे केबे ना जनवरी 24 होची नेशनल गर्ल चाइल्ड डे जदि हम देखिबा इंटरनेशनल डे ऑफ गर्ल चाइल्ड डे केबे हबो अक्टोबर 5 कोन हे जिवो इंटरनेशनल टीचर्स डे हे जिवो ठीक अछि ओनली टीचर्स डे पचले कोन जिवो सेप्टेम्बर 5 आम देश पे जदि इंटरनेशनल टीचर्स डे पचला ताले अक्टोबर 5 हे जिवो देन देखिबा नेशनल गर्ल चाइल्ड डे केबे ऑब्जर्व करचुंदी ना अक्टोबर 11 रे हम कोन करचुंदी नेशनल गर्ल चाइल्ड रूप में ऑब्जर्व करचुंदी व्हाट इज द फुल नेम ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन दैट ओन 2024 नोबेल पीस प्राइज तो देखिबा 2024 नोबेल पीस प्राइज काक मिलची निहन हिदायंको What new cancer therapy targets the scientists from Indian Association for the Qualification of Science Identity, that is the tracer DNA phosphodiesterase 1, that is TDP1. Ratan Tata was known for his role as a renowned Indian industrialist हिसाब से जना सुना अटंती who was awarded the 2024 Nobel Prize in Literature Hankan is the right answer which disease has India officially eliminated as public health problem according to the WHO certification in October 2024, that is trachoma is the right answer. Trachoma, once a leading cause of blindness in India, was caused by Kadara na Chlamydia trachomatis. What change did the RBI make to its monetary policy stance in October 2024, that is B, shifted from withdrawal of accommodation to neutral? Who won the 2024 Nobel Prize in Chemistry for breakthrough in protein structure research? देखिबा तो यार आंसर कोन हबो ऑप्शन बी डेविड बाकेर जॉन जम्पेर and Demis Hassabis. Where was the 92 number raising day of the Indian Air Force celebrated on October 8, 2024? That is Tambraram Air Force Station. Which party owned the majority in the 2024 Haryana Legislative Assembly election? That is BJP. Who challenged on the Jammu Kashmir Assembly elections in 2024? That is National Congress, National Conference and Congress. Who won the 2024 Nobel Prize in Physics? Right answer कौन है John Hopfield and Geoffrey Hinton. Who were awarded the 2024 Nobel Prize in Philosophy or Medicine? That is Victor Ambrose and Gary Rubcom is the right answer. Who has received an extension as Deputy Governor of the RBI in October 2024? That is M. Rajeshwar Rao. को आउ थरे कोन कराई ना एक्सटेंशन कराई तांकर डेप्यूटी गवर्नर हिसाब रे व्हिच कंट्री टॉप द मेडल टैली एट द 2024 ISSF जूनियर वर्ल्ड शूटिंग चैंपियनशिप? दैट इज इंडिया. What is the name of the indigenously developed very short-range air defense system that was successfully tested on October 7, 2024 at the Pakran firing ranges in Rajasthan? That is, thus, where did Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurate the Banjara Virasat Museum on October 5, 2024? That is B. Kohardevi, Wasim, Maharashtra. What is the name of the Indian government mission that aims to make India self-reliant in oilseed production over the next 7 years? That is option B. Option B. National Mission on Edible Oil and Oil Seeds. As of September 27, 2024, what milestone did India's foreign exchange reserve achieve for the first time? That is USD 700 billion. What is the name of the International Film Festival and Forum on Environment and Wildlife held from October 3, 2024 in New Delhi? That is Vatavaran is the right answer. That is option B. Where is the ICC Women's T20 World Cup being held? That is UAE. Which languages were granted classical language status by the cabinet in October 2024? That is Marathi, Pali, Prakriti, Assamese, and Bengali. How many countries were part of the International Energy Efficiency Hub as of the July 2024? How many countries? That is 16 countries. Who was the son of the Mexico's first female president? That is Claudine Sheinbaum. Who is the chairperson of the reconstituted Monetary Policy Committee? That is MPC. That is Governor of RBI. Swachh Bharat Divas coincides with the birth anniversary of which national leader? That is Mahatma Gandhi. Next देखिए who won the two gold medals in the individual 10-meter air rifle event and the 10-meter rifle men's team event at ISSF Junior World Championship in Lima, Peru on October 1? That is right answer कौन होगा देखो पार्थ राकेश माने who assumed the role of the Secretary General of NATO on October 1, 2024. That is Mark Rutte is the right answer. On which day is the International Day of Non-Violence observed? That is October 2 is the right answer. The International Day of Non-Violence is celebrated to honor the birth anniversary of which prominent leader? That is Mahatma. What is the name of the joint military exercise between India and Kazakhstan that commenced in September 2024? That is Kajid is the right answer. Who is the recipient of the Dada Saheb Phalke Award 2024? That is Mithun Chakravarti. That is Mithun Dao. What is the highest honor in Indian cinema? That is Dada Saheb Phalke Award. Father of Indian cinema, that is Dada Saheb Phalke. Which country won the SAF under 19 SAP 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 SFF SAP under 17 championship titled on 28th September 2024, that is India. तो फाइनली आम कौन कले ना अक्टोबर मासर 2024 मसीहार करंट अफेयर आम कंप्लीट कले। जो मैंने पीके स्टडी आईक्यू ऐप को डाउनलोड करना आपण मैंने प्ले स्टोर को जाइए आमर ये ऐप को डाउनलोड करूँ एवं सेठे आपण मानक सब प्रकार कोर्स एवेल करेंगे जमीक आमर डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट हो बा हाई कोर्ट एएसओ हो देन आमर सीजीएल मेन्स हो जेकोसी एग्जाम में सेठारे पूरा सिलेबस वाइज ताको सजाई रखा जाइए आपण मैंने सब्सक्रिप्शन नहीं कि आपण तार बेनिफिट उठे पारे। तो ये आपण मानकर गोटे कूपन कोड अच्छी सक्सेस that is success SUCCES success 02 success 02 अप्लाई करी आपण मानको 20% डिस्काउंट इमिडिएटली आपण को मिल जिवो। देन हाई कोर्ट एएसओ पई स्पेशल कोर्स अच्छी कोन मात्र 249 रे आपण हाई कोर्ट एएसओ रो प्रीलिम प्लस मेन प्लस स्किल टेस्ट प्लस इंटरव्यू पई सब गुडाक कोर्स सब गुडाक डायरेक्ट एग्जाम दैट इज प्रीलिम मेंस एंड स्किल टेस्ट एंड भाइबा सब गुडाक आपन गोटे मात्र सब्सक्रिप्शन मिल जो दैट इज प्राइस इज 249। तो आज में इतना रखा नेक्स्ट क्लास रे पुनः देखा जय जगन्नाथ।